Today I'm going to talk about the Gold Ranger from the Power Rangers toy legacy line, the figures that we're going to get. So I'm going to talk briefly about what some of this stuff is and what does it mean going forward for the brand. Now, I think this is the first major step of the fans now saying, look, I've had enough now, stop with this bad quality stuff. We are fans that we want to buy it. The Legacy Collector's line was designed for the older fans. Younger fans could have it if they wanted to, but it comes with a $20 price tag. Also in the UK, it's like £20 per figure. The pricing, that is another thing I'm going to talk about later on in the video. Now, when I first saw the Gold Ranger, I thought, oh, okay, maybe the guy's camera wasn't the best. Maybe it was low lighting. But then when you look at the figure, it was a mustard yellow or mustard color rather than a full-fledged gold color, which we'd previously seen in prototypes, as well as MMPR Toys video. Link of that will be down in the description. Also check out Tokunation's website. Link will be in the description. And this is when I'm going to be referring to Bruno's video, as well as my thoughts on Tokunation's website. So let's start with that one. Now, Bandai has always produced hit and miss products. I'm not going to turn around and defend them all the time. I'm not going to turn around and say, yeah, it's amazing, everyone do this. If I see a good product, I will say it's good. If I see a bad product, I will always say it's bad. Now, when we come to the Legacy line, I have been really happy with the figures so far. There's been some slight changes when it came to the Ninja Storm. The morphers were all different. Didn't really bother me because I really liked the product. When it came to the Mighty Morphing, again, wasn't too bad. I liked the fact of the Megazord combined and stuff like that. But again, the weapons didn't come with it. And again, I was okay with that because, you know, only a few of them got the weapons, aka Tommy. And these things I was fine with. I didn't care. But when you start cutting costs and trying to save money because it's too expensive, I'm going to call bullshit on this one. The only reason why is if we look at some of the stuff. These are the Legacy green and white figures. Now, if we look at them, again, you can see the gold looks really good on this one. And the gold, again, looks really good on this one. So, if they had turned these into mustard yellows, I guarantee there would be a huge uproar within the community and Bandai would be like, oh god, we made a mistake. We saw the mistake on some of the Mighty Morphing belts and again was addressed to a factory issue. Okay, cool, fine, you've said it's a factory issue. The Gold Ranger isn't a factory issue on this one. It is the fact is that someone has turned around and gone, hey, we're going to make that color, and that's going to be it. There is no kind of, oh no, the factory chose the wrong paint, what we're going to do. This wasn't even cast in gold plastic or colored to look like gold plastic. It feels like when they did the prototype, when Bruno spoke to the people at Bandai and actually turned around and put pressure on them, as he says, he turned around and asked a simple question. And the answer came back like this. We think we're going to hit that nice gold. We should be able to do that gold. If they're going to come out with, it's too expensive, let's look at the Fighting Spirit pack that was the last proper ones to be released. From what I've seen, the gold trim on the Zeo Red looks absolutely stunning. That's from his chest as well as his boots and I think possibly his arms. Then again, we've got stuff on the Green Ranger or on the shield. And as you know from the White Ranger, it's bang on the shield. And, you know, if that was too expensive, then why would you produce stuff that may or may not sell? Why didn't you turn around and go, okay, let's take this gold and let's work it on the Rangers that we have got, the ones that are coming up, the Gold Ranger. You know, it's in his name. It's been everywhere since he first was introduced in the series. Now, that came with a pretty big price tag, $80. It's also like £80 in the UK. In Bruno's video, as well as at San Diego Comic-Con, we were shown this glorious, amazing Gold Ranger. It looked fantastic. The gold was right, the staff looked absolutely amazing, and this got the entire fandom talking and going, oh wow, this is getting treatment. We're not getting just Tommy treatment, we're getting decent quality stuff here. And then we got the Mustard Ranger, the Mustard Zeo Ranger. And I just literally turned around and I saw that and I thought, I particularly don't want to collect this anymore. I was happy of buying all the Rangers as well as the really good ones, the really bad ones, and the one Ranger that I can't stand. I was thinking, yeah, cool, I'll buy it all. Even trying to get like the limited edition stuff, the Comic-Con is exclusive, because I had faith in this brand. I had this whole love for it and thinking this is going to be really cool. Even when it comes to the Power Morphicon exclusive, I was like, I am dedicated to getting that. I really want it. But now I'm thinking, why should I bother? Why should I bother buying this? Because if I'm going to get something really crap for my money, again, $20, £20 in the UK. Well, why should I spend this on getting a product that isn't either accurate? Now, I'm not going out there and saying, yeah, this has to be 100% spot on, because again, all these toys aren't. You know, all guys have really big chests. They have the muscles. The girls look a little bit weird, but again, not bothered. Even the stuff like in Dino Thunder, where we've seen the prototype, where the emblem is huge. I'm not bothered about that. I can understand that they have to put it on there. But when they take your favorite Ranger, and again, this could be in the future, it doesn't have to be the Gold Ranger, but what happens if they choose, like, say, the Gold Samurai Ranger from Power Rangers Samurai, and instead of having that gold, just mustard? What happens if they do the same color for the Gold Ranger in Power Rangers Ninja Steel when that comes out? Same thing. And again, we've seen it in the packaging of the new stuff. They've got a Gold Ranger, they've got the Gold Ninja Steel Ranger. He looks pretty decent. And then look at Goldar as well from the film. If Bandai come up with the excuse of it being too expensive, then Goldar must have cost them a fortune. Now, I kind of think that if you've got a Ranger that doesn't come with an extra Zord part, why not put some money on him? Let's actually take that money that we would have taken that small like segment and put it back in there. Or why not just up the price of him and say, hey guys, sorry, it's going to cost a little bit more. We're going to charge him at $25, $30. That's £25 or £30. I'd be happy paying that. I know a lot of people wouldn't, but I would be happy to pay more money for that particular Ranger. So when I hear Bandai turning around and saying, this is going to cost us more money, then I'm more than happy to add more money to get the product that I want. That Ranger that sits on my stand, that I will review, that I will think, this is amazing, I will wholeheartedly turn around and give more time to, that I will give more money to and say, I really want this. I really want this product. I was reading the article on Tokunation about this, and I'd like to kind of throw in my points on this. A link to this will be down in the description down below, so I wholeheartedly recommend checking it out because it brings up some great points that I want to kind of expand on and give my thoughts to. As we know, the Legacy line is for collectors. It is the reason why. It's the reason why it's so expensive, and the fact is it's not just like the smaller figures. This is a line that will continue to go on for such a long time. And again, it's $20, £20 in the UK. And again, I am more than happy as a collector myself to drop that money and go, I'm fine with this. When Bandai turn around and say that they are lowering the costs or cutting corners, to me, that's just, we want to save money, but we also want to increase the money for it. So if it's going to cost us, say, X amount to like manufacture like 1,000 of them, you know, they want to turn around and cut the costs on that one. But then again, they want to up the prices in the store. For this one, I generally think that this Legacy figure should be around about $10. £10. So I know that prototypes change all the time. You know, things aren't 100% set in stone when it's a prototype. And we knew this because when we watched Bruno's video, the Bandai rep turns around and says, yeah, we're thinking about making that a little bit smaller. It's a little bit out there, but we're going to change that. Fair enough. I can wholeheartedly understand that you are changing a product. Even when it came to the Zeo line, like the points on the chest, they weren't on the actual figures. Fine, fair enough. I know they're going to change. That's what a prototype is. But when your prototype looks 100 times better than what you've got, than the final product, that's when you know you've messed up and you just don't really care about this anymore. Now, this will affect all the other products going forward, bar Tommy. And I think literally Bandai, if Tommy comes along, they're going to put everything in because they know that Tommy will sell. When you think about one Ranger and how that affects it, it affects all of them, because if you're not going to put 110% into your figures like you have with the Golden Boy of the franchise, then it's going to affect it. Well, we're going to make Tommy. Better make him really good. What happens if he's not? They won't buy it. What about all the figures? It's not Tommy. Who cares? That's how I see it. When you look at these products, either green or white, you can see that there's a lot of time and a lot of kind of amazement in this. You can either say there's the same amount of gold on this particular figure than there is on the Gold Ranger, and possibly a little bit more on this than it is on the Zeo Rangers. This is when I kind of think of two things that will happen. With the Mighty Morphing set, when they didn't come with weapons and everyone demanded that they came with weapons, what did they do? What did Bandai do? Instead of turning around and saying, okay, cool, we'll release a weapons pack, they released the same Rangers again with the weapons, without the Zord builder part, but they thought, do you know what? Yeah, cool. You know, we'll give it metallic shine, weapons, people will buy it, release it as another wave, people will buy it. And I'm not going to lie, I wanted to buy it, I was going to review the whole line, so I bought those ones as well. And I think they're going to do this with the Zeo line. I reckon they'll release a wave pack with the weapons, with the right amount of gold, a little bit of metallicness, which then would make the Fighting Spirit Tommy Zeo Ranger 5 just redundant and again, not really worth it. But then they'll say like, well, the fans demanded it, the fans wanted it, yeah! Which again will cause more problems, because why should I have to go out and buy a whole new set to have a complete collection actually painted properly rather than just it done the first time? Now going back to the Legacy Fighting Spirit pack, we saw that the gold on that is amazing. You see it properly painted on Zeo Red's chest. You also see it on the green and white Ranger. Again, all looking perfectly nice. Again, they couldn't turn around and say, well, instead of doing that pack, why don't we just put that money it would cost to produce this and put it straight into the Zeo line to actually get it right. Now, I know you've got to have a Comic-Con exclusive, but why not just turn around and say, sorry guys, no Comic-Con exclusive at the moment, we're going to rethink it, we're going to do something better. You could have done an entire big weapons pack for that and gone, this is what it is Comic-Con exclusive, a little bit less, but you get the point. It's all the weapons for the figures so far. That's Comic-Con exclusive. That to me is worth it more. If this figure is going to cost you more, and let's say you need to add $10, then that's fine. There will be complaints about it, but still, people will buy it because they love the brand. And if you are taking care of the fans, then they're going to support you. They're the ones that are going to buy the product. If you're going to give them a crappy product, they're just going to go, I'm not buying that. And again, rather than voicing these opinions, it's all voting with your wallet. This is how you get companies to listen. Yes, if it was $30, then that's fine. You just explain to the fans and say, sorry guys, this is going to cost a little bit more, but this is the reason why. The gold was a little bit more expensive. Hope you're okay with that. I know that the fans will complain, but at the end of the day, it will be fine. I would happily pay a little bit more for that particular product rather than getting what we got. Also, if you did like a premium service like Bandai Japan, you can turn around and say, all these 5 Rangers, but this 6th Ranger in this is whatever it is, but it's going to cost a little bit more. Then you know how much you're going to spend on it. And if you say open from January to September, but the figures will ship like the next year, at least you know that you're going to drop money on that one and say, that's absolutely fine. I'm okay with paying that. That's going to come to my house, or it's definitely going to come out. I am more than happy doing that. Now onto something that does bug me. And this is when you hear the phrase, if you don't support the line will end. And I will have to say, and I agree with some of my friends, if that's the case, fine. Let the whole thing end, because I would rather have a really good product than a bad product. And you know what would happen? They would go back to the drawing board and go, okay, that line didn't do really well, so what can we do to improve this line and make a new one? And then they probably would go and go, yeah, more Mighty Morphing stuff, but let's look at the different things of why this line failed compared to why this line that we're going to now make will actually win. I agreed with Chris, it is not my job to buy this. This is the job of Bandai to make me want to buy it. And when I heard about this line, I was very much invested in this and wanted to buy it to support the brand as well as collect something amazing from the Power Ranger toy line. To constantly hear the phrase, if you don't buy it, it will die, annoys me, because it feels like if I don't buy into this, then the line will die, and it will be my fault that I'm not supporting or buying something that I love. Or you'll hear some fans bitching and moaning that we've not had this is not fair, bring this back, I didn't get my favorite Ranger. But if you pretty much say, oh, if you don't buy this, you will lose this. This to me is just something that kind of annoys me. Do Bandai really listen on this? And I don't know if they do or if they don't. I think that if it's Mighty Morphing related, that they will do. If it's something outside their comfort zone, I think that they're too scared at times. And this kind of worries me a little bit. I sometimes think that if Bandai go outside the Mighty Morphin bubble, then they will turn around and think that they're going to lose a lot of money because no one buys their products, no one does this, and it kind of scares them. So they try something new for a little bit, and then they come back and go, let's try Mighty Morphin again. It's been a while, it's been like a few months, we've not made anything Mighty Morphin. And you can see this. At the end of the day, I don't think anyone really wanted, or I don't think I've ever seen on any of the Facebook forums or anything like that people wanted the new flip heads. It's slightly cool that they're doing this, but to me, was it needed? I'd rather they take that sort of money and go, let's put that back into this legacy line, let's get more legacy figures out. Even with this whole Zord thing, with that don't transform. Someone commented, like, apparently I didn't know the Megazord transformed when I said in the video these possibly don't combine to form the Megazord, and the person had a go at me. So yeah, if you're watching, apparently these Zords don't like transform, they don't do anything, they're just standalone figures. And I generally think that this is to be in competition with Imaginext. The Imaginext line looks apparently really cool. When I've watched stuff on Bruno's channel, the stuff that you can do with it, made me think, I don't particularly want to buy this line, but if I did, this would be really cool and I'd want to collect all of it. So I think that Bandai have seen this competition and gone, yeah, we want a piece of that pie. So if we do our own and put it in the legacy line, people will eat it up. And again, if no one's really asked for it or wanted it, you could have put all that money, all that time back into the entire whole legacy line and we could have got a perfect Gold Ranger. Again, Bandai just seems to bring these out because they go back to Mighty Morphin because they're out of their comfort zone. Yet again, they've been producing thousands of Power Ranger toys over 25 years. So why aren't they turning around going, okay, cool, we're going to try something different. Let's make more legacy figures. Let's bring it out maybe for a year. That would be really cool. Now I know it's a 25th anniversary, so they said that they wanted like 25 big things, and this was a thing that they wanted. Mighty Morphin hasn't always been the main thing that has driven this fan base, has driven the product forward. It's been Power Rangers, not Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because again, you have other stuff that they could have brought out. Now, if they bring out this line and it's all 25 Mighty Morphin products, you know that they're just going to focus and they just want your money. Again, if it's some really cool stuff, fair enough. But if it's like more flippers, I generally think we're going to get the giant 8-inch or whatever it was figures that we had previously from when you had to buy them. With the ones, you got from the Dragon Zord, and as well as like the Tiger Zord. And then you also got like the Sunlow ones. My first one was a karate chopping Billy. That was the first ever Power Ranger toy I ever had. If Bandai are scared that the products won't sell, you have, I think roughly at the time of recording this, you have 17 legacy line figures to bring out. It can be in any sort of order, and then also if you add in the Psycho Rangers, that's 18. I'm not going to go too much because I probably have touched upon this, but it does feel that Bandai just milking the Mighty Morphin brand constantly. I generally think that we're soon going to see from the next like New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, MCM Comic Con, whatever it is, I do think we're going to get a Zeo pack that'll be properly painted, properly all done, and that'll be something like $100 or $150. Or the Gold Ranger will be a con exclusive where it'll be fully painted, fully like 100%. Possibly it will come with another part of the Zeo staff where it'll pop open, or it'll be open that you can change the heads or something, or it'll be two staffs, whatever it will be. And I do think that this will come out, and I think this will really hurt them. I think that if we get the excuse of, well, we wanted to make sure this was perfect, this is meant to be amazing, blah 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 blah, I think this is going to hurt the brand a lot more. I generally think that it will be the worst thing if they do this. I just hope that they're going to fix their mistake, that they see all this backlash and go, do you know what, fuck it, Let's re-release this. Let's just issue a statement saying, this is, we've decided to fix this. We're really sorry to the fandom. This is not what we're meant to be doing. Blah, blah, blah. And then just release it. Again, people will be pissed that they have to buy another Gold Ranger. But then a lot of people will be like, oh, I saw this on multiple places. People saying you can customize your own figure. And I've got to say, yeah, fine. If you're a toy customizer, that's fine. 100% do it. Make it the color you want. But there's two things. One, it shouldn't be your job to customize a Gold Ranger. It shouldn't have to be like that. And two, what happens if you don't have the skills of customizing it? Again, it shouldn't have to be my job to actually go out and do this. I should be getting a product that I should be happy about straight away, that I can turn around and review. I can turn around to my friend and say, I highly recommend this. Again, yeah, I shouldn't have to customize my own product because a company is too lazy to actually do it right in the first place. My conclusion on this is Bandai have really messed up on this one. They should have done this right in the first place, or at least made the mustard color lighter or something like that, or properly painted it. If they had to up the prices. That's what, if you need more money to do that, then do it. Stop cutting costs at all places. So Rangers, what do you think about the Gold Ranger not being gold, that he's a mustard character? What are your thoughts? Would you still get it? Would you still support the line? Have you had enough? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. If you want to help out the channel on Patreon, links will be in the description down below. And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.